You want to play Kartal? Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradha Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradha Jaya Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradha Gopijana Girivaradha Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajajana Yamuna Tira Avanachari Yamuna Tira Avanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Shila Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Shila Prabhupada, easy. Do you want to say anything? Hello, it's already Jai Shila Prabhupada. Yeah, Shila Prabhupada. So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 26, verse number 62. Itehi abhyutita deva, Itehi abhyuta deva, Naiva shodhapane sakhan, Naiva shodhapane sakhan. Punar ave vishokhani tam utapayiti tam uthapaitam kramat ite hi abhyutita deva naiva shuthapane sakhan punar avivishukhani tam uthapaitam ite hi abhyutitha deva naiva shotha punar avivishukhani tam uthapaitum kramat. You want to resign? I have to open it also. You want to resign? Ete he abhyutitha deva naiva sotapane sakhan punaravivishukhani tam utapaitum kramat. Synonym. Ete. These. Hi. Indeed. Abhyutitham. Manifested. Deva. Demigods. Na. Not. Eva. At all. Asya. Of the Virat Purusha. Uthapane. In waking. Asakhan. Where able. Puna. Again. Avivisha. They entered. Kani. The apertures of the body. Tam. Him. Uthapaitam. To awaken. Kramat. One after another. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. When the demigods and presiding deities of the Ved wanted to wake their origin of appearance, but upon failing to do so, they re-entered the body of the Virat Purusha one after another in order to wake him. Purport. In order to wake the sleeping deity controller within, one has to rechannel the sense activities from concentration on the outside to concentration inside. In the following verses, the sense activities which are required to wake the Virat Purusha will be explained very nicely. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshulumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapatakamalам Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Anvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubheshya Kripa Sindhu Bhaivacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Gum karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripatamam Shri Vidodiran Harinam Parmanam Shri Vishwaram. Hare Krishna. I seek blessings of all the senior devotees who are in the class. I'm very much fallen, but I'll try to repeat whatever I heard. So, in this verse, Prabhupada is in the purport, Prabhupada is saying that how to how should we awake. What does it mean that like Prabhupada is saying that to wake the sleeping deity controller within, one has to rechannel the sense activities from concentration on the outside to concentration inside. So what it means, and in the next sentence Prabhupada says that it was explained very nicely what was required to wake Virat Purusha. And then due to this reason I just followed, I went through other verses, and then it actually whole Krishna consciousness within these 5 to 6 verses. So it is said in the last verse, it is said that Virat, all the demigods of fire, demigod of water, demigod of like Indra, Shiva, demigod of ego, demigod of intelligence, Brahma, everybody has went inside Virat Purusha to wake him up, but they were not able to wake him up. But when the demigod, when the deity, presiding deity of consciousness went inside the Virat Purusha, at that time Virat Purusha woke. So if we see this, we see from this we can very well explain what is death. When somebody dies, his body just remain there. Then, but people will say, "Oh, he left us." Why they will say like this? Because even the body is there, that person is there. If some small kid of 1 year will come around that body, say, "Oh, look, whatever relation, maybe father, mother, or whatever. Oh, my father is sleeping, my mother is sleeping." For them, they'll think that the body is here. But an intelligent person, a little grown-up person who sees that, they will not even call them with their name. They'll start calling them body. So why we do that? Because we know that soul has departed our body, and who is giving the consciousness in the body? It's the spirit soul. So that means when we don't have consciousness, we are actually dead. So we are actually dead because we don't have that consciousness. It is also said in the future purport that Prabhupada was explaining that when you are sleeping, who will wake you up in the morning? Will your alarm wake you up, or will somebody else around you wake you up, or will some misery wake you up? Prabhupada was saying nobody have a ability to wake you up once you sleep. Only person who can wake you up is the super soul within you. If super soul is there in our body, he will wake you up. But if one day, every day we are sleeping, expecting that we will wake up in the next morning, but a day will come when we will sleep but will not wake up. Why? Because super soul has left our body, and then there is no one to wake us up. So 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 if you realize what is actually sleeping here means, And also if we analyze what rechannel of the sense activities from the concentration on the outside to concentration of inside means. I was just thinking on this point that there are so many commentaries of so many sadhus, so many acharyas saying that, oh sleeping person, please wake up. Like there is a we have this Jeev Jago, that song, Jeeva Jago, Jeeva Jago, Gaura Chandra Bole, Uta Nidra Jao Maya, Pisachi Rako Le. So what does that mean? Actually, it's very easy to say. It's saying that Lord Goranga is calling, wake up, sleeping souls, wake up. How long will you be sleeping in the lap of the witch called Maya? So it's not just sleeping. When I was reading the translation for this kirtan, for this song, I got a realization that it's not my own realization. I was hearing actually from His Holiness Radha Govinda Swami Maharaj. So I got from his realization, he was speaking, and then it's actually, even we are awake, we are actually sleeping. When it is said that channel your sense activities from outside to inside, it is, so that means that even we are awake. If, for example, for devotees, they are doing devotional activities, so they are actually trying to channel their activities from outside to inside, because when doing devotional activities, you are feeding your soul, you are not feeding your body. And feeding your soul is very important. In today's world, nobody knows that. Everybody thinks that, okay, what is the, if we go and ask outside people, what is your priority, what is your goal, they'll say that today I want to earn money, tomorrow I want to get a nice house, and after that I want to retire and enjoy my life. That might be their that is their priority, that is their goal. And after a few years, if we go to the same person and ask, what is your priority? That person might say that my only priority is to get good health. Now I'm bedridden. I don't have ability to move. I don't have ability to eat. I don't have ability to sense enjoy. So I want to get good health to enjoy the material world. And further along, if we go after a few more years, we ask, what is your priority? They'll say the only priority is I want to get rid of this body. I cannot take all this misery. I just want to die. So why their consciousness is completely bodily, and why their priorities keep changing, and why their goals are keep changing? If there is a goal in your life, that goal should be constant. It should never change. But why it keeps changing? Because our body keeps changing, and that goal is not feeding our soul, it's feeding our body. So when we are in bodily consciousness, when our activities are sense activities are concentrated outside on the bodily level, we will we will always be in illusion. We are always sleeping in the lap of Maya, even though we are doing something. In the eyes of material people, maybe you are billionaire, you earned a lot, and you have a luxurious life, you have a palace to live, but actually he's sleeping in the laps of Maya. So to come out of that, it's not easy for anyone to come out of that. Even devotees sometimes might get illusioned by the luxurious life outside, because Maya is so strong. Srila Prabhupada said that Maya is like a mountain, and we have a needle to fight with her. And what is that needle? That needle is Hare Krishna Mahamantra. With chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we are feeding that needle. That needle will grow slowly, 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 slowly. One day it will become sword, and one day it will become such a big sword that that mountain will look very small in front of that sword. So how? So in that way, we have to feed our soul. Maybe today, I'm speaking for myself. I cannot see what is the importance of this spiritual activity, what is the importance of this devotional service. Because today my eyes are looking at outside world and looking at the shining that shine in the outside world, which is temporary and which is illusion. It's like from far, if you see something shining, yellow thing shining, you might think that, oh, this is gold. Then you keep on running behind that, running behind that. And when you go in front of, when you move, when you get near to that thing, it might be completely different. Jai Shri Shri Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha Nithai Patit Pawan Gaurari Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. If you go near to that object, it might not be gold. It can be anything. It can be a thing which is very harmful to you. It can be like like some atomic bomb which is glowing. If you go near, it might burst. Who knows? So the outside material world is like this. It's just glittering for without any purpose. And we get attracted to that glitter and think that, oh yeah, actually that is true. But whatever here we are doing, devotional service, is might not be that much worth in front of that. We might get illusion because this is the jail of Maya, and Maya is doing everything to take us away from this devotional service. Maya might show us that, oh, you have so many things to do, like you have so much loan to pay. For that you have to put your immense amount of time there, and you have in working you have so much things to do, so you have to put immense amount of time to it. Maybe Maya might show us in that way that this is maybe it will show that this devotional service is priority. It's okay, but then you have the other priorities too, so you have to focus on that too. Maya might tell us that, but that might, if you keep on doing the other things outside, which with full focus, and you don't put enough efforts in devotional service, in the end, if you see in the bigger picture, what are you getting? What will you gain? You will gain only peanuts, because this whatever outside devotional service you do is anyway it's temporary. It will only be there with you till you are on this planet. Once you leave this planet, it will not be there. It will never be going to come with you. There is a small example, small story, like example, which I heard from many devotees. I want to repeat here. So there was a king. A king has three wives. One wife, king used to love one wife so much, but without king's knowledge, that wife was not chaste. And there was another wife. King used to love that other wife also so much. That wife was chaste, and there was a third wife. King King ignored that wife forever, never ever give attention to that wife, and that wife, king was not even care whether she's living, she's dead or nothing. Then king went on with his life. He was enjoying with his other two wives. He was enjoying his life nicely, and a day came when the king was about to die. And then where king came to know that he's going to die very soon, and then king came and asked first wife, so I'm going to die. Now I became old. Will you come with me when I die? That first wife say, no way. I will leave you even if I am going to leave you now only because now I cannot enjoy with you. So I'm leaving you. So she says and she leaves. Then the king comes to the second wife. King asks second wife, will you come with me when I die? So the king, that second wife say, I can come with you till your graveyard, but I cannot come with you after afterwards. Then king become very shocked and very disheartened, thinking that, oh, I put my so much time in these two ladies and they did not even care to come with me. Then king with great difficulty went and asked third wife. King was not expecting anything from third wife anyway. So because he's dying, he did not had any other things to do. So he went and asked the third wife. He asked third wife, will you come with me when I die? Third wife says, yes, I'll come with you. So king was very shocked, and king was actually feeling very regretful that instead of focusing on this third wife who is very chaste and who will come with me, I was focusing on other two wives who did not even care about me when at time of my death. So who are those three wives? The first wife is money, luxury, and all other things. All other things you are doing in your life. So because money, even when you are living, when you are alive, money will be there, but it can come, it will go. You don't even know that today money might be there in your bank, tomorrow it might not be there. So money is very unchaste wife in our life. So, and what people nowadays are doing, they are only focusing on that unchaste wife money, putting so much of their efforts in getting that unchaste wife, and what in the end what she'll say, I'll not come with you, and when you are in misery she will leave you. And then who is the second wife who can come only till graveyard? That is our body. Our body will come only till the time when we are in the graveyard. After once we are burned, our body is also turns into ashes. Our body also leaves. And we see in today's world there are so many products for each and every part of body. For nails, hundreds of products. For eyebrows, hundred of products. For hair, hundred of products. For because everybody's trying to make their body look good and better, but without knowing that this body will not come with us at a time of misery. But and then who is the third wife who is going to come with us? The third wife is devotional service which we are doing here. So people we see, because they are so much focused in earning money and so much focused in their bodily consciousness, they forget to focus on spiritual life. Because they forget to focus on spiritual life, at the time of death, when they come to know the importance of this spiritual life, they will be very regretful, because they at least at that point of time they came to know the importance of spiritual life. Hope they will take it. But nowadays that is also not happening, because people have trained themselves so much in enjoying this material world. When it comes to that point, when they because they have trained, they have conditioned their mind so much that it's very difficult for them to remove that conditioning. Speaking about myself, even for me, I'm struggling in my devotional service, because I have conditioned my life in such a way in my past life that it's very difficult to go away from my mind. And Bhakti Vinod Thakur says, in somewhere he says that I have in my childhood I have read so many things. Now when I'm trying to focus on Krishna, all those things are coming in my mind. But of course he is just doing our life, but he's saying how important it is to focus on your spiritual life. So when I was reading this line in the purport, rechanneling sense activity from outside to inside, I was getting this kind of thoughts that yes, we if to what is the proper thing to do when we want to we want to channel our senses inside. That means that we want to feed by using our senses, we want to feed our soul, not our body. So by using our senses, how to feed our soul? It is easy to say, just feed your soul. How? But then people might ask, how to feed your soul? That is also very easy. Just chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That's it, chanting. But then people will ask another question. Yes, okay, I'll chant. Then I cannot focus. So what should I do? Then you should do devotional service. To do better chanting, you should do devotional service. It's not that okay, I got the knowledge. Okay, by chanting I can feed my soul. And then if you just sit and chant, for sure you will not able to chant, and you will get so much cranky and distracted. You will be thinking, oh, what is this I'm doing? Nothing is happening, and you will just leave this because you don't have the knowledge. You did not do the devotional service. So for strengthening your chanting, you have to do devotional service. So what is devotional service? Anything you do for Krishna with love is devotional service. So coming in the temple, standing in front of deities, looking at deities, and seeing the deities, how beautiful they are, how beautiful Krishna looks, how beautiful this flute in the Krishna looks, how beautiful the sound of the flute will be when Krishna is playing that flute. How much it will be pleasing to all the gopis, how much it will be pleasing to everyone. So if you just come in front of the deity and think about this thing, you are doing devotional service. When you come in the temple, have prasad with love, thinking that it's Krishna's prasad, you are doing devotional service. When you are coming to the temple, hearing the class, or when you are coming to the temple, taking part in the kirtan, that is devotional service. When you are coming to the temple, sweeping the floor, that is devotional service. Doing pot washing, devotional service. Whatever you do with love for Krishna is devotional service. Now again question will come. Okay, you said you do with love, but then I'm doing it, I'm not getting love. When I'm coming and standing in front of Krishna and seeing him, I'm only thinking of my misery. I'm not looking how beautiful he's looking. So then what should I do? Still come. Even if your love is not coming, still come and do. Still come and do. Still come and do. There will be a day Krishna will be very merciful and he will only give you some love. Looking that, oh, okay, they are very miserable. They are very much suffering. They are not even ecstatic looking at me. They are only coming for just for the sake of coming. But Krishna will see, oh, at least they are sincere, even though they are not having anything to any love towards me, even though they are not having any devotion towards me, still they are coming only only because they have heard from some guru and from sadhu and saying that okay, if you come you do. Because they have that faith and they are sincere, I'll give them some mercy. So Krishna will think like that and he will give them mercy. So then ultimately if we come what then the at least the minimum we can do is to force ourselves once a while come and do some service. Without our without our knowledge, there will be a day that you, even though a day there will be a day that you will be hankering for going and doing service. Maybe you might be tied up in some work in outside world. You might be working because you have to take care of your family, and you want to raise your family as a Krishna conscious family. So for that you have to work. So you are working and then you are getting that fruit. So you are fully involved. One day and then you are so much busy there that you are not able to come to temple. But that hankering from inside will come that I want to go to temple. I'm stuck. I'm doing these things. I'm so fallen that I have to do all these things and I cannot go and see Krishna. That hankering will come. That hankering. If once that hankering comes, your path to devotional service is jet fast. Like, because even though you are not coming here, you are still with Krishna. You are thinking of him. You are there. One part of devotional anga is maranam. That hankering is coming. You are thinking that, oh, I have to go and do devotional service. Oh, I have to serve devotees. I have to take association of devotees, but I'm stuck in this material activities. I'm so far like that. If you keep thinking like that, because of that hankering, you are still with Krishna. My spiritual masters, His Holiness Radha Govinda Swami Maharaj says that if you cannot do anything, you should just try to think of Krishna some way or other. Like you should make an habit. It will not come in the start. By practicing, it will come. For example, when you are doing something in your office, you might be working on some software. Then sometimes you can think like that, oh, I'm working on this software which is helping the material people. What can I do for working on some software which will help us, all the devotees? Like something like that. I'm just giving an example. You can all relate to your own life, and you can all make some more another connections which you do regularly with Krishna, so that a day will come that you are only remembering Krishna. For example, at least for devotees, one of the easiest way to remember Krishna is while having prasad. We will make prasad, we'll eat prasad, and if we honor prasad by thinking that it's given by Krishna, it's remnants of Krishna, your life will be successful one day. And by the success means you will able to go back to Godhead. That is what Radha Govind Maharaj was saying in one lecture, that because why people will say devotional service is easy. It might it's simple but not easy. They'll say it's simple but not easy. Why it is simple? Because by the small simple activities you will able to please Krishna, and you will able to get devotional service in your life. You don't have to do any complicated things. Like in the Ramayana, we have best example that a squirrel and Lord Hanuman, when they were making bridge, Lord Hanuman was carrying big boulders, but squirrel was carrying small sand particle. But for Ram, both were very pleasing. So we don't have to do anything, because bhakti is very simple. It's very easy to please Krishna just by doing simple activities. But a, a day should come when you do everything with love to Krishna. That is devotional service, and it will become pure devotional service. Because in the starting we have so much anartha, so much conditioning, it is very difficult for us to love Krishna. But slowly by practice, by feeding our soul, by doing some devotional active service, we'll feed our soul slowly. Like that needle will become like a sword, our soul will also become very strong, and we will get that love towards Krishna. So by reading this purport, I could come out with these points, and I want to end this class now. If anybody have any questions, please, you can ask me, or you can correct me if I've spoken anything wrong. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji. Yeah, whatever I heard, I spoke right. You have any?
Amazing class, Prabhuji. Really, the story that the three wives, I heard in different way, but I never heard in.
If nobody have any questions, we'll end this class. Vancha kalpatarubhishya kripa sindhubhayavacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavyo namo namo. Anant Koti Vaishnavinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Gurudev ki jai. Hare Krishna. Great souls.